Hi, it's me, Potato. That's not a surprise. Why did I do that? But I decided that for today's video, while I talk about what I'm gonna talk about, why don't I just leave the house? Cause I'm a little down in the dumps. So why don't I just get the fuck out of my house? My shirt is on backwards, but honestly, I'm not about to change it because I have suspenders on. So yeah, let's just jump into this.
Bruh, 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 bruh.
I always lose shit and then I find it, but why am I losing shit in the first place when I'm putting it exactly where I know where the fuck it was last? I have to shit so bad. So, I don't know if you people tell me that you want me to upload simply because you enjoy consuming my content or because you know that it makes me happy to make stuff like this. So you're telling me, LMFAO, do more please, when in reality you're like, God fucking damn it, somebody get this man. What was I gonna do? Use my feet to walk? Yeah, fucking right, bitch. So in today's video, and as you've probably seen by the title already, I want to talk about my experiences at HallMat. If you don't know what HallMat is, it's a con where a bunch of anime weeaboos get together, dress up as their favorite anime characters, fuck around, and, get into some shit. So this is partly to share whatever stories I have, which there's no tea, sis. If you want a tea, there really is none. I'm not a person who gets into a lot of shit. But I just wanted to share it and also wanted to keep the memory forever because of how much of a great fucking time that I had. Okay guys, so let's just jump right into this. I'm about to fart, it's coming out of my ass. So on the first day, one of my closest friends came to pick me up and we just talked a lot of shit on the car ride there. And I'm always happy to see him, so it was a pretty great fucking time. I left my house dressed as retard gay piss baby Akira from Devilman Boss Baby. I was beyond excited because I don't drink the way that I used to, and this was pretty much an excuse for me to get completely fucking hammered, which I did. Someone's walking by. So I get to his hotel roomie thingy and it's just a bunch of people playing Smash. They were all really cool, so I kind of just sat like a weirdo, didn't really know how to say anything. I definitely took my first shit that morning because one of my favorite cosplayers and people that I'd been following was there. And after she was chilling and whatnot, I was like, hi, I'm shitting my pants. I fanboyed for a little, whatever, off to a good start. Me and my friend decide that our cocks aren't rocks enough and we're like, fuck it, let's hop on out to this con. Let's go to this con. So I'm already excited, I'm already tweaking out, we're already taking selfies, we hop out to the con and it's pretty fucking big and we're just walking around, macking and having a good fucking time. To shorten this bit a little bit, I'll just go through all the people that I met. One of them was somebody who's literally been mutuals with me for 4 years now. At first I was like, 2 years I think, maybe 3. But no, I remember in high school looking through this kid's stuff and us following each other, and that's insane. Well, I met him and that was fucking awesome. I used to have a huge crush on him, but now that I'm on a strictly pussy diet, I also met another one of my favorite cosplayers and she was just so sweet and so fucking nice, and honestly, what a darling. My biggest hard eyes ever. My biggest hard eyes ever. The day goes on, we walk, we shoot the shit, we talk a lot of shit, go back to the villa, shotgun a few beers, make friends and have fun. So now it's later on in the night, but a new challenger appears. By this time it's about 8 o'clock. I run into a friend. I don't remember if we'd planned to see each other in that moment or if we just ran into each other because I'm drunk. I'm fucking drunk by this point. But he has weed, so we find a really sus alleyway and smoke that shit. I think I was too drunk to acknowledge the fact that we could have gotten in probably really big fucking trouble, but usually that shit freaks me out, but honestly, cocks out, rocks out, we don't give a fuck up in this bitch. We leave and I'm crossfaded now. Just fucking gone. We go to the game room, fuck around, which was pretty beautiful because the game room was really aesthetically pleasing. Great place for me to be while I was high. Then we end up in some panels. All right, we're here at HallMat. Go ahead, Perry, spill water on my leg. Is that it? You punk bitch. Some of these panels are so fucking weird. But eventually we split because hottest men in anime. Being completely 100% honest, I had no idea what this is whatsoever. I find my friend, the junction gets started, and we sit together, and hey, it's just the hottest men in anime. It's exactly what it says. It's a lot of like attractive cosplayer dudes on a stage and doing sexy dances and whatnot while everybody fangirls. It was pretty cool. I just think I wasn't that into it because I like girls a lot more. However, there was one guy, no homo, whose ass was so tight and whose body was so feminine that I had a bit of a half chub. Not gonna lie about it. All right, you definitely faggot checkmated me. Got me there. I could definitely give that little cutie a reach around while we're in our anime costumes behind a dumpster. It's fucking beautiful. I know I keep saying that by this point I'm progressively more and more drunk or something along the lines of that, but I'm faded. Like, I'm fucked. I'm fucking ruined. I'm way too drunk to pay attention to anything. But I'm trooping, and I also want more weed. I also needed to charge my phone, so ironically my other friend was actually outside of the junction, and I have a sit down and we're just talking to some cosplayers while I charge my phone and shoot the absolute shit. So we leave to get high, and this is where I start losing bits and pieces of my memory. So every sentence that I'm about to run by you, there is a question mark at the end. We get high somewhere, we go back into the con, we walk around, we go to the food court, and I think we ate. And then I remember this pretty decently, I think because I had to. My friend leaves and I'm charging my phone, kind of sitting there like, okay, I think I should go home, right? There was another panel, or event thingy scheduled for 1 a.m. And it was around like 12, but I really wasn't sure what I could do. And at that time, it hit me. And while I'm sitting there in a catatonic state, I realized my surroundings. I was fucking schmacked. I was fucking schlumped. It's like the room was shifting endlessly into itself repeatedly in some timeline that wouldn't stop. I think in that moment I was truly becoming an enlightened being. I think that was my transformation from human into God form. I think I was losing my mind for the sake of eternal enlightenment by that point. So these adorable cosplayers that I was talking to way earlier in the night actually see me and they sit down, and I, straighten my shit up, and I'm trying to at least seem like I'm kind of okay. I will never remember if I was doing a good job or not, but it felt like it, and apparently I'm really good at pretending that I'm not drunk. So they're talking about random quirky lol things, and I'm just like, yeah, this is pretty fucking chill. After a while, it's past their bedtime and they have to dip on out, so I'm there alone again. And I still don't know whether I should go home or not. So get this, I say, fuck going home. I paid $50 for this goddamn anime ticket, and you bet your ass that I'm gonna stay. You bet your ass that I'm gonna utilize the fuck out of this. Honestly, that disgusting Uber $30 ride wasn't gonna change. Like, that price was not gonna go down any sooner, and like the fucking monkey I am, way earlier the buses stopped running and I had no clue about it. I mean, I was fucked. So why not fuck around and get shot? I'm sorry, did I say get shot? I mean, have fun with anime titties. So I leave and start walking to this one room or whatever. The wig comes off, my headphones are in at this point, now that I'm alone and don't have to really pay attention to anyone. And I think the event was pretty much like the hottest men in anime, but with girls. And you'd think that I'd actually be paying attention the whole time. But you see, the problem with that is that, I'm a midget because all of my height went into my cock. So, I'm 2 fucking feet tall at this point, and it's tragic, but it's whatever, I guess. So before I continue, I want to say that this was kind of a highlight of my night, and you might think that it wouldn't be because I'm alone, but by this point I wasn't looking for my friends. I was just looking to sober up and fuck around and see where the night took me, and I did just that. And I know that sometimes I complain about being alone and loneliness, oh my god, but actually I find a lot of bliss in solitude, and it's actually something that I enjoy being alone most times. That's a fun fact for you. So at first they're doing things, and this is, I think, where I started writing those lyrics because I had my phone out. And would you believe that a few minutes later I'm playing Sudoku and the junction is beginning, and some bitch in a Pikachu costume comes and tells me, hey, you can't use your phone, you can't be on your phone. And at first I'm like, is it for photography purposes? Like, bitch, I'm playing Sudoku, like, what the fuck is the deal? I bet you feel real great about yourself right now. But fuck it, I'm there listening to trap music, like, well, what can I do? and it hits me. I had my art tools with me. I had my fucking art tools with me. So I just sit there and I start drawing. And honestly, I haven't been drawing much lately because all of my art like flops, and that kind of discourages me. So for a whole like month or two, I just did not pick up a pencil and a piece of paper. I know, that's so shitty. This is so sad. Can we please get 3 billion likes? But I just chilled out and drew some stuff, and that made me really happy. And then the event was over and I got to leave, go outside, have a cig, and wait for my Uber. My Uber tried to eat my ass, which was definitely interesting to say the least. And eventually I got home. I was a little emo. It was probably because I didn't get any pussy. Just kidding, I know exactly what it was. But honestly, since we're on that topic of vagina consumption, eating pussy, you would think that because I'm such a beautiful dream boy, I would have just been slamming ass left and right, slamming anime ass left and fucking right, like it wasn't even a joke, like it was a goddamn marathon of the sorts. Especially being that there are so many like anime people and artists here that I could probably relate to and connect with, as opposed to literally anybody else ever. Figure I would, just be like, hey girl, you trying to see this devil cock? You ever see me nut? I don't think you want to. I don't know, maybe I was so fucking intimidated by how many cute girls there were. And I don't get it. People always say that you could just like make out with people at these events, or just pull somebody to the side and just slobber on them and shit. Hey, can we make out? Yeah, sure. But maybe that's just not the way I get my girls. And what if I do that and they're like 12? Whether I would know it or not, there were so many instances where I sat and talked to a person, not even maliciously, and was like, oh hey, you're cool, and somehow the topic of age came up, and it's like, hey, I'm 15. What the fuck are they feeding you kids these days? You look older than me. Can I shoot myself? Anyways, that was that day. Saturday was a shitty day, and I didn't even get to go, which I was pissy about, because that's when all the parties were, but oh well, I got into some shit and couldn't really make it anyway. So Sunday, I go as Elle from Death Note, and I spend the day with really amazing, funny fucking people. We went to the artist alley, and I got one sticker. I would get up and show it to you, but I'm too fucking lazy. It was a little Rio. We mingled with people, told jokes, we had a lot of fucking fun. At one point I decided to fuck my wig and I went full gay retard up on these hoes, but it was really fucking chill. I made sure to cosplay super like obscure things, or things that I knew like I wouldn't see much of. Like if I were going as Deku, there'd be 85 other Dekus, and that defeats the purpose and invalidates my existence. So I went as people that like either no one would bother me about, that I also really fucking liked, or just something that I know not a lot of other people would have been. I think I saw one other L the entire con, and I think I saw 2 Akiras, one of which I think I mentioned I got along with. That's literally the nigga. Anyways, I also did a thing Sunday where I went to the Cosplay Deviants booth, and I didn't really know what it was, but they were like, I have ID, and I was like, here it is, and I went in there, and at first I was like weirded out, like for probably a millisecond, but then, I really don't regret that. It was so beautiful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. We all got pretty exhausted and ended up going home, but literally, what a great note to finish everything on. Usually I have such bad con experiences. I thought that this wouldn't be any different from all of the other ones, but it was. Everyone was so chill, I was so drunk, and I got to meet so many different people and see so many new things, and I didn't think it would go as good as it did. We rate this con 9.5 out of 10. Almost a 10. Nah, let's give it a 10. Wild. Even if I'm out of the state by this time next year, I will absolutely become a male stripper and find the money to come back. I will sell my ass on the street. I will become a prostitute just so that I could come back to Holiday Matsuri. That ends that. Tell me about your con experiences, if you have any. All 5 of you. Just leave a comment if you'd like. Or tell me to fucking kill myself.
Again.